home. I got about 7 minutes, y'all. He sent the crowd home. Now, what that means is everybody can't go where you're going. There are some people in your life who are seasonal. Everybody's not in your life forever. There are some people who serve a divine seasonal purpose. And when the season is over, y'all need to let them go. Oh, I know that ain't going to help y'all. You see, some of us, we are miserable because we got some summer folk in our winter season. And when I'm walking in the cold, I don't need folk in my life who only like to eat. Oh my God, Holy Ghost, help me preach. Watch the text. There are two groups. Somebody say there are two groups. There's the crowd, and then there are the little ships. Now notice, they send the crowd home, but the little boats follow them. Now I can deduce then if the little boats follow them, but the crowd went home, that the crowd is those who didn't go because they didn't have a boat. My God. My God. So the crowd that had to go home, they went home because they were not equipped to go. Oh, listen to me. The crowd may have had the desire to go, but they weren't equipped to go. Y'all gonna catch it in a minute. Listen, I don't care how much you gotta beg to go with me. If you ain't equipped to go where I'm going, you can't go with me. I don't need anybody going with me who is dependent upon me to make it where we're trying to go. There are too many of us in church today trying to carry folks instead of letting them walk by themselves. Look at your neighbor and say, if you're going with me, you've got to get your own boat. See, I'm tired of always paying for dinner. I'm always paying the bill. I need some folk in my life. I wish I had some folk up in here. Somebody ought to buy me lunch once in a while. Look at your neighbor and say, if you ain't got your own boat, you can't go with me. My boat is full. Here's the last thing. Y'all don't like me, sit down. Don't y'all do that, don't do that. Somebody just shout, I'm tired. Don't you have anything to bring? Y'all sit down. Here's the last one, and we go to lunch. Chapter 4, verse 35 says, let us pass over to the other side. Chapter 5, verse 1 says, and they came over unto the other side. But there's still this matter of verses 36 through 41. Oh, I can't wait till I learn how to preach like that. Here it is, y'all. You need previous verses before verse 1 because it readies you for fresh revelation. You see, sometimes we can walk with God for so long until we reach a point of comfort that causes us to mistakenly assume that we know all there is to know about God. Now keep in mind that during this same day, the disciples have heard the word, they witnessed miracles, and they received some revelation. So naturally they think that they've seen all there is to understand and all there is to know about God. But notice, if you will, all that they had witnessed and learned on that same day, none of it involved a storm. So when Jesus speaks to this storm, they are so overwhelmed by what they see, the question is raised, what manner of man is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him? Now don't miss this, y'all. The fact that they raised the question, it says to me that without the storm, they wouldn't have had a real understanding of who God really was. And saints of God, when you're in the process of crossing over, you need to know who he is. Can I prove it to y'all real quick? When you're crossing over sickness, You need to know that he's Jehovah Rapha. That's the God who heals. When you're crossing over big bills and you got little money, you need to know that he's Jehovah Jireh, the God who provides. Can I get some help up in here? When you're crossing over worry and sleepless nights, you need to know that he's Jehovah Shalom. That's the God who gives you peace. When you're crossing over troubled waters, you need to know that he's a bridge over troubled water. When you're crossing over missed opportunities and closed doors in your life, you need to know that he's a door opener and he's still a way maker. Is there anybody in here that can say, I learned some things about God because of what I went through? I learned that he's a deliverer when I was sinking to rise no more. How many of you can say, I learned that he's a company keeper when everybody else forsook me? I learned that he's a guide when I was lost out there in the world, when all my friends walked out. And because of what I learned, I can say with certainty that no matter what happens, no matter how bad it looks, no matter what the world might say, I'm on my way to the other side. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm on my way to the other side. And let me help somebody real quick. When you're